Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Peterson's Vikings going up against Charles's Chiefs. So let's go now to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
Chiefs, Vikings on EA Sports as we come to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here for football. And how will that factor into this game?
You're right, Jim. It is a beautiful day. And when days like this, the best team usually wins because the weather is going to have no effect on all the talent on the field. The throwers and catchers and ball carriers, they don't have to worry about the elements. They can just go out there and show their talent.
The Chiefs ready here for the kickoff. So that means Cordero Patterson will be back for the opening kick. This game has officially begun. Patterson's got it on the return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Vikings offense is led by quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, a first-round selection in 2014 out of Louisville.
Teddy Bridgewater out of the University of Louisville goes to the Minnesota Vikings in the first round of the 2014 draft. He can move around, knows how to run an offense very well. He deserved to be a first-round pick.
Peterson lines up in the backfield. And that'll probably go as a drop. Mike Wallace was dealt to the Vikings from Miami after the Dolphins had acquired him a couple of years before in free agency, paid a lot of money for him. Things did not work out in Miami, but what about here in Minnesota?
Jim, Norv Turner's the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, and one thing about him, he likes to run the football, but he likes a fast wide receiver like Mike Wallace so they can get those big pass plays down the field.
Wright's got the catch and the first.
I love these timing routes. The out route, nice job by the wide receiver as he's breaking out towards the sideline. That football is right on target.
It's the Chiefs against the Vikings. These teams actually met in the 4th Super Bowl ever played down in New Orleans. You might remember Hank Stram on the sideline. He was Mike that day as Kansas City and the upstart Chiefs represented the AFL so well and went on to win the title.
Hey, that's what everybody remembers about that Super Bowl is the fact that Hank Stram, maybe the first coach to be Mike to hear everything he was saying during the game. That was very funny stuff. But also looking at that team, the Kansas City Chiefs had so many unbelievable players. That's why they won the Super Bowl.
Ball at the 47. Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. Mike Wallace has the reception.
When you play a cover 3 defense, you protect against the deep pass, but the problem is all the underneath stuff is wide open, and the quarterback is taking advantage of that.
The football just inside the 40 at the 39. The Chiefs defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Now 1st and 10. And they take him down.
Good job with his safety getting that sack. I'll say this. He can tackle, he can cover, and he's showing us he can blitz too and get to the quarterback.
The ball is spotted right at the 46. Peterson's going to get it out of the eye.
The Chiefs guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
It'll be third down. The Chiefs defense now is going to go nickel. Bridgewater's got it in the gun. Surveys. McKinnon has the catch. Gaines is going to make the tackle.
Running backs are such a big part of the pass game now in the NFL. Look at this play, able to take a short catch and get a long gain out of it. Nice job by the running back.
First down, offense readying for the snap. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Scans the field and incomplete. When you take note of that Chiefs defense, you must talk about Tamba Hali.
Tamba Hali, we see so many guys like this now, don't we, in the NFL? I don't know. I really call them defensive ends. I know they line up as linebackers, but when you see a guy that big and can rush the quarterback, they're defensive ends in my eye.
Peterson, solo back set. Cordero Patterson with the play.
Patterson makes the catch that time. He's one of the 3 first-round draft picks by the Minnesota Vikings in 2013. This guy is a playmaker. Just find ways to get him the ball.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. The Vikings from the 27. Going deep. What a first series touchdown.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
The Vikings lined up now for the point after. Makes the PAT. The Vikings kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. The Vikings getting set to kick it away. Davis is running this one out. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. He came into the league with the 49ers as the first pick in the draft in 2005 and has found a home now in Kansas City. Quarterback Alex Smith.
Alex Smith does a little bit of everything. Able to get out of trouble when he needs to. Pretty good athlete and has learned over the years to throw the football down the field better and better as the years have gone by.
First down at the 20. Charles inside. He's taken down at the 23. Kansas City in the offseason went out and picked up wide receiver Jeremy Maclin from the Eagles, and he's quite a dynamic player, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, and they needed him in Kansas City. Wide receivers caught no touchdowns last year for this football team. They need somebody outside who can make some plays.
Second down and 7. Jamal Charles. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. As we set the defensive lineup, Everson Griffin, the former fourth-round pick out of USC, is on that defensive front.
How about that? A fourth-round pick, Jim, who's turned into a star. Signed a big contract after the 2013 season, and he deserved every penny of it.
The Chiefs from the 27. Charles has got it again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. If this last sequence is any indication, this defense is going to give that quarterback fits as this game goes along.
It was a good series for the defense, no question about it. They learned a lot there. Let's see if they can do it, and do it more as the game goes along.
And now they'll bring out Colquitt to punt. Gaines is there to take him down. And a run back of about 4. The Vikings ready to get this drive started. The last time they had it, Phil, it was a touchdown, and they got all the way to the end zone mainly through the air.
Yeah, they did it through the air. They got good protection. You know, we love what the quarterback is doing, but how about the wide receivers and everybody catching the football, separating from the defender, and they're getting some easy throw and catches out there.
Midway through the first. Peterson's taking the handoff.
Peterson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
When the Chiefs beat the Vikings in Super Bowl IV, Lynn Dawson was the MVP of that game, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, he was the MVP, and he can really throw the football. He was an outstanding NFL quarterback in his career, and that day, well, it was a special day for Lynn Dawson.
Holly's the one who made the big stop.
You know, Jim, it's been a long time, but when I played and it was 3rd and long early in the game, I knew the defense was going to be very careful. So I was already thinking, if I don't like it down the field, I'm going to throw it short and do it quickly.
It's 3rd down coming up. Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. Stands in the pocket. He makes the catch. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short, defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
They're set to punt it away now. Thomas has got it at the 25. Thomas is tackled down at the 38. And a run back of about 14. The Chiefs offense will try to buck the trend here, as now we'll see if the punting units can stay on the sideline for a little while, because defense has been the order of the day here, Phil.
Well, Jim, listen, this has been kind of refreshing. I love it that the defenses are dominating. I'm sick of all these rules on the offensive side, so defenses take advantage of this and keep on rocking.
The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Chiefs take it from the 38. It's complete to Jeremy Maclin. Rhodes is there to make the tackle.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
First down at the 49. Smith with the handoff. Second down coming up. Smith's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Smith's unable to connect that time.
Well, when it's third and long early in the game, as a quarterback, as an offense, you just be very careful of this situation and just try not to make a big mistake.
Third down. Smith's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. Smith's going to take it from the gun. And it's incomplete. Just can't hold on that time. Late in the first, and that's a big stop on third down to bring up a punt. And now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, good job by the defense, but I'll say this for the offense. You got to show more imagination if you want to have success, especially on third downs.
And the punt is kicked out of bounds. The Vikings weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, that's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
The Chiefs with a nickel look here on defense. First down at the 37. Peterson, left side. Picks up 8 here. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down and 2 to go after the running play. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson.
Pretty predictable call that time by the offense. It's second and short. The defense is thinking one thing. They are thinking run, and they stop it.
On the way, third down. Another carry here. And now we'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Peterson's able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. Third short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
Setting up now at the 44-yard line. First and 10. Looking long. 6 for the Vikings. I hope you have your blowout playbook, Phil, because this game is so one-sided as the first quarter is drawing near a finish.
Oh, shoot, you know me. I'm very limited. I only have one playbook, and that's all out. But, hey, that describes what we're seeing here so far. The offense, the whole football team, they've been sharp, and they're on their way to a blowout.
The Vikings with the PAT to come. The point after is good. Johnson's probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive, a drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs stalled on their last drive, forced to punt. So now the offense comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, they're coming back out. They lack confidence, and I understand why. They came out, couldn't get anything done. The defense was flying around making the plays. They got to change the tempo of this game.
The Chiefs will take the snap from the 25. Looking across the middle, Avant makes the catch. And the tackle is made at the 48-yard line. That's his first reception today.
Smith's job is to sell that play fake, and boy, did he do it that time. It fooled the defense, and they get to completion.
First down on the way. Handoff made. Charles takes the hit and is brought down. Ends up picking up 4.
Charles is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Coming to the line at the 48.
The Vikings come out in a dime package. Smith standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And he makes the catch. No, the ball comes out. The ball is knocked out of his hands.
Thomas is not able to come up with the catch. And a lot of times when you see a receiver drop a pass, they take their eyes off it. That's one thing. Or they're just trying to get it in their hands too quick. Why? Because they're trying to make some yards after the catch. That was the problem that time.
Now, looking at third down. The Chiefs need to get to the 42 for the first down.
And a flag is down.
The defense, a little jumpy right there. Third down after the penalty. Charles out of the eye. Breaks out of that one. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Charles is able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. 3rd and short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
They come to the line, and it's 1st down. And that will close out the 1st quarter in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll return in just a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs' offense is still out there as we get the 2nd quarter underway. The 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. Charles takes the hit and is brought down. The Chiefs run the risk right now of having to abandon the running game. Charles has been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls.
The Chiefs will take the snap from the 35. The grab is made by Kelsey. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run. Early in the 2nd, and it looks like we've got a ball game on our hands here, partner.
Yeah, I'm starting to worry. I don't know how you were feeling, but, man, I didn't want to do another blowout because it was looking like that. But that touchdown here early in the 2nd, like you said, turns everything around.
The Chiefs for the extra point. Inside of the uprights. The Vikings kickoff return team is on the field. After seeing their defense surrender some points, the score's 14-7. The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff. Sherrills fields the kick. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. And Wallace not really established himself in this game yet, but as he heads onto the field for the next drive, he can at least take comfort in the fact that his team has the lead.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Jim, and I think also the coaches must get him involved. You always want to get your star players involved, especially when you're talking about a wide receiver. Throw him some easy passes, let him get going, and watch this offense even take off more.
You know these wide outs, they want the football, even if the team's leading. They're not happy until they get their hands on the football, right?
Yeah, I think we call those people prima donnas.
Peterson, solo, back set. 1st down at the 25. Looking at every option. Intercepted.
Johnson, such an impressive athlete. We know he can tackle and stop the run game, but how about that in the pass game? Defending the pass and picking it off. Good job.
Bars making his way back onto the field, and there's no question who's been the man in charge out there for this defense as they built up this lead.
There's nothing like being the man, isn't it? I mean, you could relate to that, I think, because you are the man, Jim, and so is, hey, on the defensive side, he is absolutely the man.
At the line of scrimmage, the 41. First down at the 41. Will go ground. Charles is brought down after picking up 6 on this play. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second down. The Vikings lined up in the nickel. Looks like a penalty on the defense. This next play comes from the 30. Charles lined up in the backfield. The Chiefs will take the snap from the 30. Ball is out, and the recovery is made by the defense.
As a quarterback, you got to know when to get rid of the football. That time, he just holds on it too long, takes the hit, and fumbles it. Bad job.
Adrian Peterson retaking the field. And he'll be hoping to get a little something going on this drive, Phil, because so far he hasn't contributed very much.
Well, the good news is they're winning. The bad news is they can't run the football. If they want to continue to win or to be winning when this thing is over, they got to pick up this run game.
The Vikings will look to get set. Been a close game so far. The score's 14-7. Peterson lines up in the backfield. The Vikings have it at the 39. And Wallace can't hold on that time.
Wallace is going to go back to the huddle and look at all of his teammates and go, my bad. Well, they know it's your bad. Everybody, even the offensive linemen, they saw you were open and you dropped the pass that was right to you. But, hey, that's the way it goes. You know, you got to keep the confidence up. I think he will, and I'm sure the football will find its way towards him again soon.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Right now.
2nd and 10. The give. And that's Johnson in on the stop. This goes for a loss. The Vikings lead here in the first half, but the run game has been stagnant. Peterson's been unable to shake free at any point.
No, he has not been able to shake free. And listen, sometimes you just can't worry about it. You got to do whatever it takes to win. If you can't run it, then just keep throwing the football.
3rd down on the way.
Let's go. Right in it. Right in it.
Scanning the field. And it'll be Locke back to punt it away. Thomas got a chance this time. And that's a gain of 9. The Vikings defense knocked the ball loose at just the right time. The last time they were out there, just when it looked like they were about to give up some points.
Oh, man, listen, what I love about this defense, they get a lot of guys around the football, and when you do that, one is hitting the carrier, and somebody else is trying to strip that football loose.
First down at the 25. Charles takes the hit and is brought down. Ends up picking up 7.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Second down now. And they'll run the football with Charles. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Charles is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
First down at the 39. Davis got it on the handoff.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 4 following the run. The Vikings defense now is going to go nickel. From the shotgun.
Jason Avant on the receiving end.
Avant's tackled down after a gain of 2.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
A reception on 2nd down, but not enough for the first. 3rd down. The Vikings defense lined up in a 4-6 formation. Bray's going to take the handoff now. Running room. Smith's in on the tackle.
That's big time. Big time.
That time, nice job. Offensive line gives him a little hole, and he gets in there and shows his toughness and picks up the first down.
The offense coming to the line inside the opponent's 20. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Gets the handle here. Davis tackled down after a gain of 5.
Davis is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
That's 2nd down coming up. Set up screen to Charles. Coles is all over the ball carrier.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Breaking huddle at the 12-yard line.
The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 3rd and 9. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Should be what we call a gimme.
The kick is good. Phil, I know they were looking for a touchdown on that drive, but they at least put up 3 midway through the second quarter.
Well, you know, that 3, maybe that 3 points is going to be the difference in this game. That's how you have to look at it when you score. Don't always look at the negative. Sometimes look at the positive, and I think that 3 was very important.
The Chiefs now ready to kick the football down the field.
Patterson's got a chance to return this one. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Chiefs defense forced the 3 and out the last series.
You know what they did? They went out there and whooped the offense. You know what I mean by whoop? That means you just dominate, and they did it.
The Chiefs set at the line. Dime package. The Vikings take it from the 23. And they are in on Peterson. Ends up picking up 1.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Charles Johnson with the catch. Johnson's taken down at the 25. The Vikings are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Bridgewater's been in rhythm so far today.
He has been in rhythm. He is hot. Some days, Jim, when you warm up, you know you have it, and that's what happened to this guy today. When he was warming up, he had it, and he has it in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line. This play set up by the long gainer. Peterson. And that's Johnson in on the stop. This goes for a loss.
The Vikings offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Set up now at the 26. Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. The Vikings snap it at the 26. Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down. Incomplete.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
This is 3rd down. The Chiefs will come out in the dime. Bridgewater's got it in the gun. Looking middle that time, and it's incomplete.
The Vikings put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
He'll try this one from 43. And the kick is good for 3.
Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and kick a field goal, it is right down the middle. Good job by the offense, good job by the kicker.
The Vikings getting ready to kick it off. Davis going to start his return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Jeremy Maclin comes onto the field again. It's been a down day for him so far, Phil.
It has. And, you know, if you want to get this team going, you want to find a way to get some momentum on your side. Find a way to get the football to your star wide receiver. He's the guy that makes it happen. And if you get him the football, it can just pick this whole team up and give them a much better chance to win.
Smith's got two tight ends on the field for this snap. Charles left side. And that gains a few.
Charles is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
It's now second down. The Vikings go with the dime formation here on defense. Smith takes it from the gun. Travis Kelce comes down with it. Waynes is the one who brings him to the ground.
Well, the only thing I can say about that play, it was better than an incompletion. The quarterback gets the completion, and they pick up a yard or two.
Smith's completion percentage, 60% on the day. Third and 4 coming up following that completion. Alex Smith from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. And this will be incomplete. It'll be a 3 and out. Dustin Colquitt looks ready to boot this one away. Sherrills from the 15. He's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line. And a run back of about 9. And here's Peterson getting ready to man his spot in the backfield again. When they're in front, typically, he's the one leading the charge, but it's sort of been the opposite here so far.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think you are too, Jim. We expected them to have a good day here running the football. That's what they thought during the week. Hey, the good thing is they're winning. The bad news is they better start running that football better.
The Chiefs with a nickel look here on defense. First down at the 24. Nice piece of running by Adrian Peterson. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Now as we come back to the field, following the 2-minute warning, we've got a defense trying to hold strong and not allow this lead to balloon any further. The Chiefs lined up in the nickel.
Let's go. Right 90. Right 90.
Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. Surveys. Tamba Hali brings the quarterback down.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Bridgewater's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Scans the field. Wright has the reception.
Manage the football game. That's what you have to do as a quarterback. You're winning a close game and it's 3rd and long. Well, manage it. Know what to do. Don't force the play here. If it's not there, throw it away and just punt the football.
Bridgewater's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
From the shotgun. Johnson with the grab. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
The Chiefs signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used.
Following that timeout, defense back out on the field.
The Vikings are going to punt the football. This will bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20.
The Vikings defense last time out there said, you know what, we're in the 3-and-out business.
The great late Charlie Jones would have said that was spectacular. And that's what they looked like on that last drive. They dominated in every aspect.
You had to love Charlie Jones.
Oh, man, he was the best.
Smith's going to take it from the shotgun. My goodness, what a hit. And the ball falls incomplete.
Macklin's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Charles, the lone setback this time.
Just a quick drop back.
Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Well, this is an easy call right now for the offensive coordinator. He knows the situation of the football game, so you give the quarterback a nice, safe play to run right here.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10.
Here's the handoff.
He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
The Vikings call a timeout. Their first.
The defense needed to slow this game down, so that may be a very useful timeout. Now they're ready to go.
The Chiefs will punt the football away. Sherrills from the 18. Gains 20.
The Vikings know there's three parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
The Vikings were fortunate to get that explosive start because ever since then, the offense hasn't really moved the football all that much.
No, it's been a struggle here of late, but let's give the team. The coach has made some nice adjustments. He's helped the defense, and he's kept them in the lead.
First down at the 37. And he's taken down.
Good job, man. Good job, fellas.
Not a good job by the quarterback that time. Inside of 2 minutes in the first half, you got to get rid of the football. If nobody's open, just throw it away. That time, he loses yards by taking the sack.
Loss of 3 on the play. And that will close out the first half from the Twin Cities. We'll step away for halftime and be back to Minneapolis in just a moment for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's get ready now to take a look back at the first half. The Vikings are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Chiefs won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Third down at the 27. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he's going to go 27 yards for the score. Vikings with the early advantage. Now they've got it at the 44-yard line. The pass will be completed to the sidelines. And after the long pass, he'll score. Vikings up by 2 touchdowns. Now 2nd and 8. Kelsey's going to haul in the pass, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. The Chiefs down by 7. Now midway through the second, Johnson's the target here, and the pass and catch will end up going for 51 yards. So that's it from here. We'll kick you back down to the field for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thanks a lot. Second half just about to get underway here as the special teams are about to head back onto the field. Walsh has it teed up now for the start of the third quarter. The second half is officially underway. And Davis is going to run this one out. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings defense had a strong first half performance, and here they are to begin the third quarter, once again trying to make the stop and turn things over to their offensive unit, Phil.
Anytime you have a strong first half performance, what do you look for in the second half? You've got to be alert on the defensive side, look for something that's different, but more importantly, look for that trick play, maybe a flea flicker, a double move by a wide receiver. Don't get caught in a situation like this on the defensive side.
Here's the first snap of the second half. Griffin takes him down.
Well, you're on the offensive side. My gosh, you know they're going to blitz. So what do? You either throw the football really quick or you have your tight end and running backs help pick up those blitzers so the quarterback has time to throw it.
Smith's setting up now in the pistol. And they'll give it to Jamal Charles. Smith's all over that offense and brings him down. The Chiefs have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Charles has been shut down from his very first carry on.
No balance by this offense, like you said today. They can't run the football, but I've said this all the time. It's not always about just dominating physically and blocking up front. Running backs have to do their part. They have to make good decisions, and they got to break some tackles.
Smith's going to take it from the gun. Ball is out. And that's a safety.
Oh, this play reminds me of the Super Bowl. Tom Brady getting sacked on his first passing attempt against the New York Giants. When you're in your own end zone, you know you have to get rid of the football quickly. The quarterback didn't, and that's why there's a safety.
Patterson's going to take this one from the 20. And he is brought down at the 39. That return's good for about 19. The Vikings could have asked for this third quarter to have gone any better for them than it has so far, as they've just continued to do what they were doing in the first half, up and down the field.
Oh, man, they kept the pedal to the metal, man. They are letting it go. They're being aggressive, and they're trying to end this game right here.
Two tight ends on the field here. The Vikings have it at the 39. Ali's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Chiefs defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
The Chiefs defense now is going to go nickel. Bridgewater standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
In a situation like this, third long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
Third down now. Wright's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. That's his third catch of the day.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
Bridgewater's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Coming to the line at the 34.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. They'll go ground. Peterson's met after a gain of 3.
Peterson's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
And it'll be second down and 6 after the running play on first down. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Heaving it down the field. Intercepted! That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. How about that play by Sean Smith?
Yeah, Sean Smith still has it. He's a big corner, has good speed, and good ball skills. You don't always see the great ball skills from corners, but he gets it done.
The Chiefs. Phil, what's the issue with this team? This offense specifically. 3 straight drives without a score.
Well, Jim, I'd say this. It's bad coaching. I just hate what they're trying to do on the offensive side. They're not putting their players in position to give them a chance to compete against this defense. They got to They've got to change things up, give their offense a chance, and give these players a chance.
First down at the 20. Jamal Charles carries the football. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day.
When you think the defense is thinking pass, run the delay or the draw catches them off guard, you'll get some good yards.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. Jamal Charles slashes to the left side. Charles is met after a gain of 8.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
First down here after the run. Takes it from the eye. Ball is out. That brings the play to an end.
Nice job by the offense that time. Even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
First down and 10. Davis is going to secure the handoff. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second and 4 coming up. The Chiefs will take the snap from the 45. Trying to power his way right up the middle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
It'll be third down. The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Halfway through the third quarter. Well, they convert this time, but they've had a tough time all day long on third down.
Charles is able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. Third and short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
At the 31, here we go.
First and 10. Macklin's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass. When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Gray's handed the football. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. 2nd and goal from the 3. And that's a touchdown, and they inch closer. Midway through the 3rd now, and with that touchdown, they've climbed back into the game.
Yeah, what a job by them getting that touchdown. Now it's up to the defense. Get out there and get a stop and change this game completely.
The Chiefs for the extra point. Driving extra point is good. The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff. And now Patterson. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs defense comes back onto the field after getting that interception the last time out, ending a long drive.
Yeah, what a job by them. And I'll say this, they know how to play the football when it's in the air, and they took advantage of a good situation, and they got that interception.
The Vikings take it from the 28 to the ground. And they are in on Peterson. That's going to be a pickup of 11.
The Vikings, they never back off. That first down, they got a small lead here in the second half. What are they looking to do? They're looking to march this football down the field and score.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Now 1st and 10. Adrian Peterson takes the football. Holly's the one who made the big stop.
The Vikings running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
And here we have 2nd down. Bridgewater's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. Up the gut here. Then picks up about 3. It's 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
That's a ball that should have been caught.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
All set to punt here. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Chiefs have stayed true to their identity here and finally found a way to start running the football. Charles has come storming back into this game after being shut down early.
Yeah, he has. And, you know, running backs are a lot like quarterbacks. Quarterback, the more throws you give them, they get in rhythm and they get better. And the same with the running back. Keep handing him the football. If you give it to him enough times, he'll make it happen.
First down at the 20. And they'll run the football with Charles.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
And now they'll try over again on second down. The Vikings with a nickel look here on defense. Refs step in. They saw a little bit of movement on that offensive front, and that'll be a false start. That'll cost them 5. Second down here. Smith's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. From the gun. Over the middle and incomplete that time.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
Third and long. And they bring down the quarterback, and it's a 3-and-out for the offense.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. He'll have a chance for a return. Gaines is there to take him down. That return's good for about 9. The Vikings bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
The line of scrimmage, the 48. First down at the 48. Looking to go down the field here. And intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Chiefs offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
It's first down as they head to the line. Jamal Charles is in the backfield. And they'll give it to Jamal Charles. Got a flag down here. That
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. Backs to the wall for the offense. Throws the pass. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
The Vikings lined up in the nickel. They'll run it here. Charles is marked down after a gain of 4. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Well, but it's third and long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
Third down following the run.
The Vikings with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Smith's got it in the gun. The pass falls incomplete, and they fail to pick up a first down on this series.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
They're in punting formation.
Let's see what he can do here. That return's good for about 14.
The Chiefs defense got the pick the last time on the field.
Yeah, really nice call there in the game. That's how you manage it. That's how you get out of trouble. Make a good play call. The defense, they took advantage of it and came up with the interception.
First down at the 47. Out of the eye, it's Peterson.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
And that will close out quarter number 3 in Minneapolis, and we'll return in just a moment. The Vikings will come to the line, trying to put together a scoring drive here in the 4th. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter. Peterson, right side.
Interesting situation here for the offense. They got a lead here in the second half, but it's third and long. And I always like to say, the football is in the hands of the quarterback, so he has to be smart. If he tries to force it down the field, I do not like his chances.
Third down.
Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. Has his target.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
I think as time has gone on, more and more coaches and teams, we see them going for it on 4th and short. But this decision, you're winning the game, 4th and short, you're near midfield. I don't think you go for it. Don't let the pressure of the fans or your players get into your mind. Punt the football away. That's the right decision.
And that punt is going out of bounds. They are not going to allow them to return it. The Vikings have been all about defense here of late. 3 and out the last time they were on the field.
Yeah, it was a really good drive by them, just stopping the offense so quick, and it looked every aspect worked well. The coaches had to be really happy with the defense.
The Chiefs will come to the line. Still a very close game here in the fourth quarter. The score's 19-17. The Chiefs will take the snap from the 25. And there's a drop.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Smith's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Running room. Smith will avoid the hit and slide down.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time.
On the way, third down. The Vikings defense now is going to go nickel. Smith takes it from the gun. Wilson's got the catch and the first. That's his first reception today.
The Chiefs did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
First down here after the completion. Alex Smith from the gun. Down the field, and it's batted down.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
That leads us to second down. The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. And the quarterback doesn't get the snap in time. That's going to be a delay of game right here. And now, after the penalty, it's second down and 15. Smith's going to take it from the gun. Avant makes the catch. Avant's brought down after picking up 6 on this play. Third catch today so far.
The defense has a lead here in the fourth quarter, Jim, so they're willing to give up those short completions. Now it's up to the defense. Come up and make the tackle. Good job that time.
Let's see if they can complete another one. This time, perhaps, for the first down. Third down coming up.
Smith standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Makes the catch in open space.
The Chiefs look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
Smith's completion percentage, 50% on the day. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
Smith's got it in the gun.
Going for the deep ball. He brings it in. Touchdown. Still a lot of game to go, but they've taken the lead on that touchdown.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Anytime you take the lead in the fourth quarter, that is a huge deal because we're talking about limited possessions, limited time on the play clock. This puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
The Chiefs for the extra point. Extra point is good. The Vikings return team is in position. Perhaps they can run one out pretty deep and shift the momentum. The score is 24-19. The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff.
Sherald on the return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return.
The Vikings offense has been nowhere in sight here for quite a while. 3 consecutive drives that have come away empty. What about it, Phil?
That is the old phrase, MIA. They are definitely missing in action because there's no action on the offensive side. It's time for the quarterback to call the right plays and help his team out and get this thing moving.
Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. Johnson's got it on a pass that had some heat.
The Vikings just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
They'll set up now at midfield.
Dagger!
First and 10.
Wright's going to pull in the bullet pass.
The Vikings continue to pass the football, and when they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. Wright's been the top target, and he's been very strong in this game.
The offense, what a tremendous design they've had here today. They've had many ways to get this football to the wide receiver, and he has done a good job of taking advantage of it.
Here they come to the line at the 23.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Bridgewater's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
DeVito with the sack.
You know you got a good defense when you can hit the quarterback and sack him when you're only sending your defensive front and no blitzers.
Loss of 3 on the play. The line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense.
Second and 13.
Bridgewater's marked down at the 19. Now looking at third down.
Let's go. Wide in it. Wide in it.
Wide to the left. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down. The offense is still on the field right now. Fourth down, and they'll need to pick up two.
Wide 90.
Right there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. That's 5 receptions on the day.
Vikings, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
Ready to make the stop on the goal line, loading up that defensive front. First and goal, toss to the outside. Runs it in for the touchdown. And how clutch was that score right there, partner? When they absolutely had to have it, they get the touchdown.
Clutched by the offense. Now let's see if the defense can deal with the pressure. Can they go out there and answer the bell and finish this game off? We'll find out.
Talk about momentum. That turns into an 8-point trip, the touchdown and the 2.
This offense and the head coach and the offensive coordinator, they're all aggressive. So, hey, well, it's not good enough just to get a touchdown. They want to get that extra point or 2 points. Nice job that time.
The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff.
Davis going to test the coverage this time. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs head back onto the field with their offense. We're going to see if they can keep the scoring onslaught going as we've seen touchdowns on consecutive possessions here, Phil.
Jim, these teams are so hot. And when you're hot like this on the offensive side, you just look at the coach and say, keep sending them in because we're going to make it work.
The Chiefs will take the snap from the 25. Stands in the pocket. Almost intercepted that time. They went for the deep throw, but the defensive back was there.
Yeah, good job that time. I got to give the defensive back a lot of credit. He was not caught sleeping out there. He was alert, read the right keys, and he was right with the receiver to knock down that deep throw.
The Vikings with a nickel look here on defense.
Second down and 10.
Has the reception all alone. Smith in on the tackle.
The Chiefs did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. you're behind in the second half, you keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
Smith's completion percentage, 50% on the day. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Avant's got it. On a pass, had some heat on it. The Chiefs still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Smith's numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And it's swatted away. The snap will come at the 33. Second and 10. The grab is made by Kelsey. Kelsey's tackled down at the 31.
Jim, here in the fourth quarter, when you're down, what you want to do is just keep that football moving. That time it's a short throw. He gets the completion. Good job.
Third down after the completion. Snapping out of the gun. Niall Davis with the catch. That's a gain of 8.
Good job by the defense, staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle, and now we have fourth down coming up.
If he makes it, the game is tied. Drives it through for the field goal. And I think that field goal assures us that this game is going to be decided in overtime.
This game has been so well played, so exciting. It deserves to go into overtime. This is going to be fun to watch and see who can pull this thing out.
The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff.
Patterson's got it. And he'll step out of bounds.
The Vikings offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them the last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum. And when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays.
The Vikings head to the line. Fourth quarter of a tie game. The score's 27-27. First down at the 47. Wallace has the grab. Parker's there that time for the tackle.
receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
Bridgewater's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Not much time left here, and the defense will need to come up with a stop to maintain the time. First down and 10.
The grab is made by Rudolph. He's brought to a halt.
Nice job by the receiver. Runs the curl route that time. Curl, it is exactly what it says. Go down the field, make a little curl motion, quarterback throws it in there.
Bridgewater's completed his last 6 passes. Only 10 yards to go to the end zone. 2 minutes to go in the second half. We return out of the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter action. Stepping up to the line at the 10.
Let's go.
So first and goal to go. Slashes to the left side. Tyvon Branch in on that last play.
The Vikings, like a lot of teams in the NFL, once again in the red zone, they would love to run the football in there and score that way. Well, that time they run it, and they get very little out of it.
Second and goal from the 7. Handoff out of the eye. And that's Houston in on the stop. The Chiefs' defense will stop the clock here with under 2 to go as they want to preserve the clock. The Chiefs come back out now. They're in a tough spot, tie game, and very close to giving up a touchdown. They will snap it now at the 7-yard line. The Chiefs lined up in the nickel. Third and goal from the 7. The give out of the eye. Power surge. Touchdown.
It's a beautiful job. I still love seeing it when the offense can get down near the goal line and just run that football in there. Great job by the offense. Now let's see what the defense can do.
The Vikings lined up now for the point after. He made it. The Vikings setting up for the kickoff. Davis got it. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. Well, partner, it looks like it all comes down to this, and when this team finds itself in these kinds of situations, that man right there is almost always the one they turn to.
Yeah, they do, and rightly so. That's why they pay him money. That's why he's one of the star running backs in the NFL. So you don't go away from him in a situation like this. Give him that football and let him do his thing.
And you can feel the tension in the air. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. Charles lined up in the backfield. First down at the 26. Looking at every option. Running room. Smith's going to slide and avoid the hit.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
Second down and 1. Middle of the field and incomplete this time. Third down coming up, needing a first at this point. A little jumpy there by that defensive front. First down, pressure on every snap now. Charles, the lone setback this time. First down at the 40. Travis Kelce comes down with it.
In the NFL, it's all about situations now. You're down. There's under 2 minutes to go. Good job by the offensive player. He picks up some good yards and then gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
The Chiefs come to the line, fourth quarter, with 2 timeouts remaining. The Vikings defense now is going to go nickel. Alex Smith's going to take it from the shotgun. Jamal Charles has the catch. Charles is taken down at the 49. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way.
If you think you can get a playoff quickly and not use a timeout, you go with the hurry-up offense. That time, a good job by the coach and the quarterback.
Offense ready for action coming out of their timeout. The Chiefs head to the line. They've got 1 timeout left in the game. The Chiefs will take the snap from the 30. Davis with the reception. Second down, late in the fourth quarter. Going to go to the hurry-up with under a minute to play. He'll kill the clock with the spike. Phil, it's third down. They are in 4-down territory, and the defense knows that.
Yeah, and you get a situation like this, Jim, on the defensive side, you need one of your pass rushers to come through and get on that quarterback.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 3rd and 5. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. The Chiefs call a timeout here. They have 0 timeouts remaining. The Chiefs back on the field, inside the red zone. They might be trailing, but they have a great shot right now to score. This will be the 8th play of this drive. First and goal. Could have been intercepted. An incomplete pass there, and we're looking at probably one last play here in regulation.
Well, everybody thinks when maybe there's one last play, there's going to be one of those long passes down the field, a Hail Mary. But the teams nowadays, they have so many options. They have hook and laterals. They have pick plays. They got everything. So it's going to be interesting to see which play they run.
The Chiefs with probably their final chance coming up. Second and goal from the 5.
Well, before we see this third and goal situation here, Jim, in the second half, when we know a touchdown ties the game, if they don't make it, are they willing to go for it on fourth down?
That is play number 10 on this drive. The Vikings with a nickel look here on defense. Third and goal from the 5. All the way home just in time, a late touchdown. The touchdown pass here in the late stages all but assures a tie game with the extra point to come.
Yeah, on the offensive side, in situations like this, there's about 20 different pass plays the offense has. Very tough for the defense to stop them.
The fourth quarter comes to an end, and we will need extra time put on the clock to settle this one. So here in overtime, the rules change. If you receive the ball first and get a touchdown, the game is over. However, if you take the ball down on your first drive and only manage a field goal, the other team will have a chance to tie or win the game. And if both teams get field goals on their opening drives, the next team to score from there will win the game. The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. Davis going to test the coverage here. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Chiefs will try to continue this scoring onslaught as a shootout has developed on both sides of the field.
I have a little advice for the offensive coordinator. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep the pedal to the metal. Your players are playing great, and let them keep rolling.
And the overtime period begins on this play. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. The Vikings lined up in the nickel. Takes it from the gun. Third down on the way. The Chiefs will set up. The 36 is the first down line. Scanning the field. And they sack him on third down. And they force the quick 3 and out.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. Sherrills from the 27.
And he is brought down at the 45-yard line.
The Vikings love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
Phil, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And, look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it to you.
First down at the 45. Picks up 8 here. He's now over 60 yards rushing on the ground.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Second down and 2 to go after the running play.
Peterson lines up in the backfield.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Peterson's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Handoff out of the I formation. And the tackle is made at the 41.
Good job by the defensive line standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Handoff, trying to plow ahead for a gain of about 5.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Set up now at the 36. Third and 2. They hand it off to him again. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Peterson's able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. Third and short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
First down here after the run. The Chiefs' defense now is going to go nickel. Right back to him one more time. They bring him down at the 29-yard line. This will be second down. They call his number once more. Good work by the defense. This will be a loss of 3.
The Vikings, they run the football on second down because they want to get third and manageable. If you do that, there's many plays to choose from on the offensive side. But now you got third and long, and that list is shrunk down to just a couple plays you could call in this situation.
Loss of a couple that time. This is third down.
Bridgewater's going to take it from the gun. And they take him down.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
This will be a 54-yard field goal attempt. The field goal attempt is good. It's good. For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nantz saying so long.